father's side of the family. On my other side of the family, of the people that I excuse me, my oldest living relative was my Aunt May, who lived to be 98 years old. That was my mother's older sister, just a little bit older than her.
98, huh?
Yeah, and Aunt Bee told me that her grandfather, whose name was Abraham Grossman, and then there was Samuel Grossman. That's my grandfather. Abraham Grossman, she said, lived to be 104, but I think she was mistaken. I think he only lived to be 98.
I got you. What was the story with the guy I was named after, Charles Shapiro?
Charles Shapiro.
Yeah. He was born in...
he was born, I think,
1860.
1860?
Yeah.
Is that what it said on his birthstone?
On his birthstone, yeah.
On his death stone. 1860, and he died in 1947.
And he's when he went to South Africa at one point?
Yeah, he went to South Africa. So he was I guess he was older than 85, because he died when after Bert came home.
Wow.
So are you sure it was 1860? It said?
I have to look back at that tombstone.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that was my grandfather on the other side.
And at what point did he went to South Africa before he came to the United States?
Before he came to the United States. He and Uncle Aaron went to South Africa.
For how long?
I don't know. They must have been there for about 20 years.
20 years down there?
I think so. Or at least 10.
This is before your dad was born, or after?
No, it's after my dad was going to yeshiva.
Uh-huh.
And Uncle Aaron and my grandfather went to South Africa. And
to do what? To find themselves?
To work in South Africa. And then my Uncle Aaron...
What kind of work?
Had a grocery store in South Africa.
Johannesburg? Cape Town? You don't even know?
In Johannesburg, I think.
Johannesburg.
And then he came back. Then he came back to the United States, and evidently had enough money because he bought a store. Meanwhile, my father had immigrated directly to the United States.
So the grocery store, the Eagle Tea or whatever, was your grandfather bought it and your dad inherited it?
My Uncle Aaron bought it, and then he sold it to my father.
I see.
And he opened up a bigger store on North Avenue.
Called
the Eagle Tea Store.
Oh, they're both called the Eagle Tea.
Yeah.
Were two of them running at the same time, or just one?
Yeah, but my Uncle Aaron also sold produce, and he had really a big store. And both my Uncle Aaron and my father had very good businesses going during the Depression. So everybody else was suffering, but my father was making a very good living.
I see.